The Dreamcast is probably one of the most groundbreaking, underrated consoles of all time. Released by Sega in Japan in 1998, making it the first 6th generation console on the market. It was the first mainstream console to include a built-in modem for online gaming. Games like Phantasy Star Online allowed players to connect and play with others over the internet. Even after Sega shut down the official Dreamcast servers, dedicated gamers developed private servers to allow games such as Phantasy Star to continue being played online to this very day. Even though the Dreamcast was only on the market for a few years, the console had a decent lineup of popular games to play. There was Sonic Adventure, which is highly regarded as the best Sonic game at the time. There was also Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, and Soul Calibur, just to name a few. But for this video, I want to go over the console's logo. Why exactly that design, and why there's 3 different colors that are available? The short answer, it's complicated. Let me explain. When you go to Wikipedia, it says, Japanese game developer Kenji Eno submitted the name and created the Dreamcast Spiral logo, but this has not been officially confirmed by Sega. A little background on Kenji Eno, he's a well-known game designer and musician, and was mostly involved in making scary games back in the mid-1990s. But was he responsible for the name and design of the Dreamcast? Well, here are my sources. According to an issue of Edge magazine from Christmas 2001, the early version project name was Katana, but shortly afterwards, Sega had hired a branding company called Interbrand to come up with the name. The article talks about how the company Interbrand went through 5,000 other alternatives and eventually came up with the name Dreamcast. But there's no mention of the creation of the logo anywhere in the magazine, and unfortunately, there's no way to know for sure who came up with the feature design. But there was a fascinating Japanese IT Media article that was issued 5 months before the Dreamcast launched in Japan. It didn't include the name of the person who designed the logo, but notably featured a quote, Sega president at the time, Shorichio Imajiri, who claimed that the symbol is meant to evoke the vastness of space or the unlimited potential of humans. Next, I'll briefly go over the logo's colors. According to Logopedia, when the Dreamcast launched in Japan, the US, and Brazil, this was the logo design. In regions with the analog television system NTSC, the swirl was orange. It was the power indicator of the console. The manufacturer chose this color because it was considered lucky in Japan, but America, where the NTSC standard also applies, was an exception. Unlike Asian countries, the red spiral introduced in 1999 is more known in the US or Canada. In Europe, where the PAL system is adopted, the blue version of the logo has been used since 1999. The company compromised to avoid legal disputes with the German video game developer Tivula Publishing Inc. The logo had an orange swirl that looked similar to the Dreamcast logo. Tivula had been making cute games since 1995. The original version was written in italics in one stroke. The subsequent emblem was text from an individual font. There is only one Dreamcast model, but 3 revisions are within it. The first one is the VA0. These systems can be hard to find in America and are definitely more common in Japan. Here, the motherboard runs hotter, warranting a more robust cooling solution. Some people say it has a superior build quality. The next one is the VA1. The vast majority of the NTSC U Dreamcasts are of the VA1 revision. These can play burn disk. Burn a disk refers to the process of recording or writing data onto the disk, making it a one-time writable medium. Once data has been burned onto the disk, it cannot be erased or modified. The last one is the VA2. Quite rare, but not as rare as the VA0s, although this is not confirmed. Here, the drive controller is now integrated with the board itself. Furthermore, the drive does not support plain burned disk unless the console has a region-free BIOS modification. This model's anti-piracy measures has been improved. There were never any plans for a VA3 because the console was discontinued in the market shortly afterwards. If I missed any key information in the video regarding the logo design and colors, or if you want to go over more information on the console itself, let me know in the comment section. In conclusion, the Dreamcast is a fascinating console to play on. It had a decent game library, innovative features such as online gaming. Despite having a short lifespan, the console has a strong fan base of supporters who still talk about and play a lot of the games to this very day. If you made it to the end of the video, I want to say thank you for watching and see you in the next video.